What's up guys, Rogue here, coming at you at the local scene. We got our winner for this locals week with Cameron with his Spright build, and take it away, show us what you got.
Yes, it's pretty standard, especially based off the YCS Pasadena build. So got the Spright engine, which is 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, 1 carrot. Big surprise. They're just the best ones. You don't run pixies because it conflicts with shifter and it's not going to do anything into like the flu matchup or whatever. I run 2 swap frog, 3 beaver and 1 angler, so I'm just like running slightly less of these, but I try and keep it as consistent as possible, running other things in those spaces. 3 starters, 1 smasher in the main. We side the second. This is just kind of like the most consistent for me, but you can run 2 smasher in main for sure. 3 pros, 1 call by. These are easy side slots for going second, but they're also just power cards going first, you know what I mean? So in the main deck they work that way pretty well. Then the rest of the deck's pretty much hand traps. A main deck in D-shifter, there's tiers, the deck to beat, beats lots of other decks. If your deck doesn't lose to shifter, you should really be playing it in the main, so I built this deck to be good in the shifter. So for that we're running 3 Ash, 3 Bell. Running this instead of Skullmeister, because Skullmeister says send me to grave, which is gonna, but it's also gonna do nothing into the flu matchup, and it doesn't do as much into the Spright matchup. So into flu this stops street, and into Spright stops elf, which isn't like, into flu it's not too impactful, but at least it does something, which is better than nothing. And then the Bystials I'm running 3, 2 and 1. This is the worst one obviously, but it's another name. This is a searcher, so we max out on this, and Drew's Worm at 2. You could play this at 3 for sure. I'm running 3 Bell instead of 2 Bell, 2 Bell, 3 Drew's Worm, purely because it just works better into the flu matchup, basically, as far as the main deck goes. And then just 3 Imperm. Ash and Imperm are the best cards into flu, basically, so that is it for the main deck. I don't know how many hand drops it is, really. I count that. 18 hand traps. Plug. We'll go to the extra deck. 1 Sprine, this card's broken. 2 Elf, this card's broken. 1 Dark Charmer. Cerberus Phoenix, this card helped me play for a Baguska today. That was pretty pog. 1 Wallow, I like this card, but I feel like it's just win more. You might want to run something like Centauria over it instead. Double the Gigantic, 1 Oni Mibaru, this card's really good. 1 Herald for recycling D-shifter or like impactful hand traps. I had a play where I had to normal summon Beaver, I had Swap Frog in hand, summoned the Nimble Angler, made this, I had another monster in grave, so I used this effect, I'd back the Angler and then Swap Frog effect, send Angler to summon 2 Beaver, so that was pretty funny. 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Cat Shark for the OTK, down a Zeus. This is basically our Centauria, so it can't be destroyed by battle, so if we need to we can go into this combo with that, but you can just run Centauria as well. Totally Awesome is still a thing. Feels good. And then for the side deck, I guess the spice is 3 Soul Drain. I just feel like this card's like the best flood that covers both the flu and the tier matchup. And then if we were going first into Spright, we'd just side in the smashes and the double cross instead. These are searchable, and that matchup's more about grind game and skill and stuff, but this is just like an absolute floodgate against tier, and it stops the resource game into flu as well. 1 red res for time. Double Cosmic Cyclone. Because we're running the 1 smashers, we can cut down on this, but it's still needed for stuff like Mystic Mine and stuff like that. And then our going second hand traps, we run the Gamma package for the Mirror, for flu, and then we run the Spooky Dogwood for the tier matchup. So the idea is that if I'm the YCS Pasadena build sided the shifters to counter the tiers, but if I'm main decking them and then side these in, they're going to lose themselves, hopefully. I'm either going to shifter them out of the game, or I'm going to put them in a position where they can't kill me in time. So, and then Gamma's just like, Gamma doesn't lose under D-shifter, whereas Droll, if they D-shifter in draw or standby, you can't Droll them in the main phase. So, yep, that is the pro.
It's time! Let's go!